Hello my friends and welcome back to Coffee Tea Paper. My name's Louise and today we're looking at another Ferris Wheel Press ink. This one is called the Fluttering Heart and it's a 2023 limited edition ink, blush toned with a scintillating metallic champagne sparkle. Now there's been a bit of a buzz around this ink being released because in conjunction with the ink, Ferris Wheel Press has also released a new fountain pen, limited edition Carousel, and this ink stand as well. Now I opted not to get the ink stand myself because there are only limited ones available, and I thought it would be nicer for other people to get them. It's very handy though because you can put your bottle in it on an angle, which makes using dip pens or paint brushes or other tools very easy to use. Now I'm debuting my new stamp here. I've carved a new stamp specifically to use with Ferris Wheel Press inks, and yes, I'm just giving that a bit of a shake. When I press down the stamp, I can see a few spots that I have missed in the carving, but I will rectify that another time. Now, Ferris Wheel Press has released this ink in one, in one batch, but they're also going to release a second batch as well in two allocations. That's what I'm trying to think of. So if currently it's still available on their website, the ink cradle isn't, but you can put your name down to be notified for when it's being restocked. And of course, as a creative ambassador for Ferris Wheel Press, if you use code CTP at the checkout, you'll get 10% off your order. So I am actually, instead of swatching with a pipette, how could I forget that word? This time I have tried out using a paintbrush inspired by Ali over at Dabbling in Journals, and I really like it. It makes it much easier to use. I think the pipette will be fun to do some ink splatters or drops on pages, but I think for swatching inside the stamp, the paintbrush is the way to go. Now you'll notice that I am using a different dip pen this time for this ink review, and I have no idea what it's called because I went to a penmanship workshop here in Brisbane, and this was the recommended pen to purchase. So I've really been trying to up my penmanship game, if you like, and so I've had to speed up this video an awful lot because I'm awfully slow. But I am really pleased with the results so far, and I will keep practicing and trying to improve my technique. Now back to the ink. I really like the beigey tones in this ink, and despite having the idea that I thought it might be a bit pale, it's actually quite legible on the page, which is really good. Design details on this ink is that it has been inspired by iconic jewelry collections, including motifs from the Strathmore Rose tiara, Princess Grace's engagement ring, and vintage Van Cleef and Arpels pieces. So that's some beautiful imagery there. On the box, I really like the fact that it's not only got some gold foiling, it actually has silver foiling as well. And if you look carefully, there were jeweled butterflies and little hints of the jewelry, including brooches And yes, so the catchphrase of this ink is to celebrate the return of extraordinary love, which is of course not just the love between two people, like romantic love, but also love for community and love for family and friends as well, which is really, really nice. So let me know what you think of this ink. Is it something you'd like to add to your collection? What about the inkstand? Because I know Ferris Wheel Press has a bit of a reputation for wobbly bottles. I know I'm very careful when using mine. And yeah, so drop me a comment below and I will be reviewing another ink from them shortly, which is part of their February-March release. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.